Individuals on tight budgets and lower income are tired of dealing with rising housing costs. They're basically just throwing their hands in the air and saying, screw it, I'm going to live in my car. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Frank Talks Money. Real quick guys, I just need that one small favor. Remember to smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's get right into the content. Guys, today in 2026, Americans are being squeezed, totally squeezed by high housing costs. And this is causing individuals to just throw their hands in the air and just say, you know what, screw it. I'm going to live in my car. I can't save any money. I barely have any money. I can't pay my bills. So if I got a decent car, I'm just going to live in my car. Guys, a couple weeks ago, I had an employee come to me to get my opinion on this exact subject. The individual came up to me and said, Frank, can I talk to you? I said, yeah, sure, let's talk. They said, I want to get your opinion on something. I said, okay, I give you my best opinion, my best advice. They said, the individual said, I got roommates I don't particularly like, I don't particularly get along with. How would you feel, or what would your advice would be about me just going to live in my car? I said, honestly, I wouldn't do it. I think it's dangerous. It's cold outside right now. I just wouldn't do it. I personally would not opt to living in my car. If I was you and you cannot to afford housing, just working this one single job, I would take on a second part-time job so you can afford your own apartment. Me personally, I wouldn't opt to living in my car. So that was my advice to this particular individual. Got a couple of video clips I want to show you guys. Sit back, let's get right into it.
To save money while living in America, I'll be living in this Honda Civic, so get ready with me while I go prepare to turn this Honda Civic into a livable house. Right now, I'm at the Poor People store. I'm at Walmart, so I'm gonna go in there and find items for my car. So this cop started following.
So when did Walmart become the poor people store? I'm just asking a question. Anybody want to enlighten me? Because I shop at Walmart. Not very often, but I do shop at Walmart on occasion. But when did it become the poor people store? Because I'm definitely not poor.
Me around the store for some reason, but I was just shopping like a normal person. But anyways, let's play a game. Guess how much my total is going to cost. I bought this even though I didn't realize someone had already opened it and stole the items inside. I got a blanket, some cool flame stuff, and some dehydrated meals that you just add water to. I got a bow for fishing. I don't know how to use it, but we could figure it out. A bin to store my stuff in so it doesn't get moldy. And this is what I use as a bed frame. I take it apart and I just use the black part, and that's where my bed sits on. And then they had like a bunch of stuff locked up for some reason, like Who's Gonna Steal the Fox and the Hound, napkins that I use as plates, a scrub daddy.
So they come up with different ways to deck out their cars to be able to live in them. See, he was using the basis. He's going to use the basis of storage boxes, the plastic containers. He's going to use the basis to lay them in the back of his car to make a bed frame. Man, people come up with some genius ideas laying out their cars or SUVs to live in them. I got to give it to them. They're using their imagination.
To clean my bananas, trash bags to put my stuff in so it doesn't get molded, some sharp cheddar cheese, smart water bottles because they're perfect for hiking, and my cup holder, and I just reuse them. And I got the bukkake noodles, some expensive toothpaste, $8 by the way, hopefully it works, white vinegar for the mold, tablecloths for the mold as well, and then they had all the skincare items locked up so I didn't get anything, and then a nice refreshing Olipop, garlic, and the grand total was $155. Did you guess it right?
Yeah, so like I said, guys, I mean basically the high cost of living is forcing Americans to live in their cars. Um, people are seeing just no other options. You know, where I live right now in Indiana, a nice apartment in the state of Indiana where I live, you got other demographics, could be higher or lower, but where I live in my city in the state of Indiana, a nice apartment will probably run you about 14, 13 to $1,500 a month, depending on a 1 or 2 bedroom. And really, if you go any less than that, it's probably a dump. I'm be honest with you. It's probably a dump. So individuals are just being forced to live in their cars because they don't make enough money. It's sad. I feel bad for these individuals that they have to resort to that. But like I said, I would work a couple jobs before I reverted to living in a car. That's what I would do. But everybody's not me, so let's get into the next clip.
I'm 23 and I live in my car. The only reason I live in my car is because I used to live with my parents. I just couldn't afford rent anymore. So I decided to move out. And my idea was, what if I live in the car and save up because I have a lot of debts? I have a credit card debt and then I have my taxes. So I gotta pay that shit or I'm gonna go to jail. So I decided to sleep in my car to save up. And I'm also going to college full-time this fall semester, so I gotta save up for that as well. My brother is letting me stay at his place, and I usually sleep in his driveway, and I'm also able to cook there, so I kind of save money.
So I got a question. Why wouldn't her brother just let her stay in the house versus staying in the driveway? I mean, I live 2 hours away from my sister, but if my sister was homeless, my sister could live with me till she got on her feet. That's just me.
And so I just pack everything the night before, and I just have everything ready when I wake up and I'm ready for the day. I usually side hustle, and I usually make $170 a day when I do Amazon, but lately I'm not getting any orders, so I'm just doing DoorDash. This is me getting gas because, guys, gas is so expensive. Like, I'm dead. Anyways, and I also babysit tonight.
So guys, like I said before, you just got individuals that just cannot afford to live in an apartment. They cannot afford to rent an apartment because cost of living today has gone sky freaking high. I mean, and it's a shame individuals have to resort to this. It's a shame. I wish it wasn't this way, but this is where we are at in society right now. Individuals are just being forced to live in their cars because they can't afford housing. But me, like I said, if I could not afford housing, if I couldn't afford rent or anything like that, I'm just gonna work me a couple jobs. I can't live in a car. I just can't. I just can't do it. And what amazes me is that I've seen people living in cars with pets. Living in a car with a pet. How can an individual live in a car with a pet? But I've seen it, guys, all over the internet. Individuals living in a car with pets. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like the video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow, like having to live in a car because you screwed up your finances. With that, guys, thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I'm out.